hitting the streets and then finding out that you're speaking to a non-Muslim and then not knowing how to handle it, because that then takes you to another level in terms of developing yourself. And this is what the dawah is supposed to do, not only communicate to others, but build yourself and all of that. What it is with formal debates, personally, what I would recommend is for someone to become a subject matter expert in something. Okay, so basically it means that you choose one specific area and then you go deep. And this is exactly what he did. This is what Sabur did, right? He chose evolution and then he went very deep. Very deep means he probably read everything on evolution, and he probably read it again and again and again. And then he read everything counter to it and then everything for it and this and this. So I think if you're willing to do the work for it, then I think it's a good thing to do. But it is a lot of work. Right? It's a lot of work. So if you're willing to do it, then what I would do is I would actually start building myself up in terms of knowledge of that specific area. So what I would do, I would choose a specific area, and this would be an area of interest to me, but it would also be an area of interest or controversial thing that actually is out there and it solves a problem for the dawah as well. Then after I've picked this specific thing, I would go in and I would go very deep with learning all about it. And learning would just not be just from videos or books. I would actually select someone. So one of the things that Hamza Zotsis used to do back in the days is that he would basically mentor some of these guys, like Sabur and Imran and all these guys. They were all mentored by Hamza. Hamza would sit with them every week and he would go through certain things. I would sit with them and go through certain things. And this proximity that they had to real people, it was really beneficial. So what I would do is, once I've picked my area of expertise, I would go and find a Muslim or someone who's Muslim who deals with that or a similar area, and then I would start to use them as a resource for bettering myself. So books, videos, audios, and a real person who is knowledgeable in this thing. And then I would go very, very deep into the topic and all of that stuff. And then at that point I would kind of prepare the kind of debate that I might have, the areas that I might want to go into, and then you start a whole world of preparation. Preparation in terms of what you're going to be presenting, what the person might say, how you're going to deal with it, all the kind of the actual things around what are you going to say. And then after that, you would prepare on how you're going to say it. So it's not just about what you say, but it's about how you say it and all these kind of things. It's very interesting if you think about someone like Dr. Zakir Naik. The way he does stuff is really, it's kind of insane. When Dr. Zakir Naik comes on, he does his whole brother's house to very good question, and he's standing there and he's like, verse 2, 3, 5, this, that. The way he does that is actually he picks a topic, they write the whole topic out, he memorizes the whole speech, he memorizes every verse and everything that comes with it, and then after that they write out all the possible questions that will come. And then they will basically, from those questions, they will then go and pick the top 50, and then he will memorize all the answers to those questions as well. And that is why he is on point and pristine when it comes to being asked a question, because he already knows that question is coming. And that's why there's no thinking time. Someone will ask a question, he knows exactly what roughly thing they're asking about, and they're going to go. And by the way, this is going to happen to you in the dawah. When you do dawah enough, it's like basically someone who's a martial artist, yeah? When a proper martial artist is fighting someone who's got no experience of fighting, he will basically destroy them and disarm them within seconds. And this is exactly what's going to happen to you as you keep doing the dawah. And I've been in these situations where I've been speaking to random non-Muslims, right? And I know exactly what they're going to say every time. I know the pattern they're going to go down. I know what to trap them, to say to them, to trap them. All of it. Because they are coming to this conversation complete novices. And I've had the same conversation 100 times with 100 non-Muslims. So for you to come and try and have this conversation with me, it's not going to end well for you, right? But you need to get into that same space with the debate, with the thing and the area that you want to kind of focus on.